Hey guys, what is good today? This is a video. What if Naruto met Nagato, Yahiko, and Konan when he was a little kid? If you're wondering, they aren't a part of the Akatsuki in this one, but they're wanderers basically. As one day, as we cut to a 5-year-old Naruto who's just walking around the village until villagers start to chase him. Today, this is the day of his 5th birthday. And then after that, and he hates his birthday because the villagers beat him more than usual. And so when the villagers chased him, a man with orange hair, a girl with almost purple hair, and then a man with red hair that goes down to his shoulders saw this as they jumped in front of him. They're like, what are you guys doing?" You see this kid. I was like, "What's your name, kid?" And he says, "My name is Naruto Uzumaki." As he's like, "He must be Lady Kushina's daughter then." Since Nagato knows of Kushina, and this one, Kushina was actually the heir to the Uzumaki. And it was supposed to rule it before it got destroyed. So yeah. And Nagato knows of this too. So after he hears this, he's like, and he knows that the fourth Hokage had a child too. So I'm saying that he actually met Minato before, and they became friends. So he's like, this must be Minato's child. And he's like, you guys do know who this kid is, correct? Nagato, this is Nagato talking too. He's like, who is this? Who? Not like he's anyone special. As he's like, oh, he's someone special. He's the heir to the Uzumaki and the Namikaze clans. Once he becomes the age of 16, he's the official heir, he's the official ruler. He's the official grand elder of both the Uzumaki and the Namikaze clans. As everyone here, as they're all hear this, they're just shocked. As they take the kid with them, as they go to the Hokage's office, as they're like, "Greetings, Lord Hiruzen." He's like, "Who are you? Who are you all?" As they say their names, then it's Nagato's turn. He's like, "I am Nagato Uzumaki." As he was just shocked, and in his head he's saying, "It's another Uzumaki. How?" As after, as when that is, he's like, "What? Why are you guys here?" As they say, "We would like to become shinobi under Konohagakure." He's like, "Okay. First, we need to test your skill levels to determine what rank you are." And they're like, "Okay." As they do, they are immediately promoted to Jonin. As they also begin to train Naruto too. In this one, it says the Rinnegan grants the person all 5 chakra natures too. Since Nagato is able to master all 5 chakra natures and everything that Jiraiya taught him, and as in canon. Since if you haven't read the Shippuden manga, or at least read about Nagato's backstory, it states that Jiraiya even states that Nagato learns everything he taught him, like every jutsu and stuff like that. And then it turns out when they check to see what chakra natures he has all 5 chakra natures, and then more papers, and as the paper white enlarges, as Conan's like, he has paper release too. As they're like, what? He's like, as he says, somehow he has my clan's Kekkei Genkai. And they're all just surprised by this. Even Naruto is. As he's like, so that's how you turn your body into paper. Yes. As they all start to train him. As in 3 years later, when it's time for the academy, Naruto is a pro at taijutsu. He is get Rock Lee at the tuning exams level. He's already, which is really good for a kid. For a kid his age. And so during that, so if you he meets a boy there. No, he meets 3 people there who become his best friends. Shikamaru Nara, Shoji Akamichi, and Kiba and Izuka. They didn't care that Naruto was a Jinchuriki. And they also by this time Naruto knows about his parents and who they are. And he already talked to the Nine Tails. And he talks to the Nine Tails there once in a while. So after that, and then on the day of the graduation exams, after Naruto aces it, if you're wondering about the spars, Naruto absolutely gets body Sasuke too. And on the day of the graduation exam, when they do the clone jutsu, Naruto does a clone of all 5 of the elements, and a paper clone. As he easily passes. As then when he came on and told Nagato, Yahiko, and Konan, as Nagato says, Naruto, I want to give something to you. It's like, what is it? What is it, Nagato? He views Nagato as more of a brother. Yahiko and Konan like his parents, since he knows that he and Yahiko are related. Not right. Not this one. I'll say that that Kushina's sister is Nagato's brother, and he told that to Naruto, as he and Nagato have a brother-like relationship, and Yahiko and Konan are like his parents, as he says, Naruto, I want to give you something. It's like, what is it? What is it, brother? He's just like, I want to give you one of my eyes. As he says, one of your eyes? Why? Because you worked so hard to get these. It's something I can do for you, at least. As he's like, I'll do it then. As he's like, I'm also going to train you how to use all the different powers of it. As that day, they do the transfer, and Naruto now has one eye. And I'm just gonna add this just for fun. Somehow they see Nagato's Rinnegan regenerate, as they're like, my Norcal regenerate, as they're like, as all of them say, the fuck? This man, how the hell? What? And Naruto's like, oh, probably out of the Uzumaki gene then, probably. And Nagato's like, oh, makes sense. As he's opened up his eye to reveal it to be a normal eye, but it switches to the Rinnegan and then switches back. He was like, seems like I can regenerate my Rinnegan, and now I can turn my right one off. I was like, I mean, at least I don't drain as much chakra, am I right? As they all laugh. As then, on the day of the team excitements, they say the team, and then for Team 7, as our next day, actually, the next day, they go and see, when Naruto walks into class, they all notice his eye. They're like, as Kiba, Shikamaru, and Choji are like, Yo, Naruto, what's with your eye? Uh. As he says, oh, my brother Nagato gave me one of his eyes. No, my other brother Nagato gave me one of his eyes. One of his eyes? Aren't those powerful? Yeah. And after that, they announced the teams. But the boys are pretty sad that they won't be on a team with each other. But then when he announces the second team, when he announces the third team, the final team, he says now for Team 7, Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, and Hinata Hyuga. So yes, I'm adding Hinata to this. And so as they did that, they go and basically get that. When Kakashi comes, Naruto chops on my head like, "You late, you crackhead." No, he doesn't say crackhead. He just chops on my head and says, "You late, dude." He's like, "You're late, sensei." As he's like, okay, everyone just go to the roof, as they all do. He's like, okay, let's start with introductions. As he's like, my name is Kakashi Hatake. My likes, none of your business. My dislikes, none of your business. My dream. Haven't really thought about that. And my hobbies. I have lots of hobbies. As then she points to Hinata, as she says what she says in canon, and Sasuke does. Naruto in this one has a different goal. As he's like, my name's Naruto Uzumaki. My life are hanging out with my brother, my parents, my brother, my aunt and uncle, eat ramen, and training. My dislikes are people who give it to their hatred, and people who give hate to others, despite them doing nothing to them, and caused by someone else or something else, and they pay for the consequence for it. My hobbies: training, cooking, and practicing my taijutsu. As he said, my dream: to be better than my father, the fourth Hokage. As Kakashi is like, how do you know your father? As he's like, oh, my older brother Nagato met him while he was alive before he became Hokage a few times, and they became great friends. Oh yeah, and also after that, when Nagato's mother died, she said go seek out Kushina in the Hidden Leaf, which he planned to do, and he wanted to bring Yahiko and Konan with him until they met Jiraiya, and they stayed in the Hidden Rain Village. So yeah, after that, the next day, Kakashi also says, "Oh yeah, don't eat tomorrow. Don't eat tomorrow, or you'll puke." As he's like, I can already tell what this test is about. As they're like, really? What is it? He says it's about teamwork. Sometimes you might have to face off with comrades of opposite villages. You may never know if you have one common enemy. You may never know if you have the same cost and the same enemy. So you have to learn to work with other shinobi and your teammates well. Otherwise, you won't make it in the world of the shinobi. As he says this, they're just shocked by how much knowledge what Naruto just said. And Naruto, Sasuke in his head's like, when now does this man learn how to state facts? As Lex said, as they say, as Naruto says, hey, y'all gonna go out to picnic and talk about a plan? And they're like, sure. As he's like, great, I'll bring the food. Meet me at the park. As they're all like, okay. As then when they all go to when Naruto goes back home, he starts to make like sandwiches and stuff like that. You know, normal stuff for a picnic. And he cooks a few things too. As Konan comes in there like, what are you doing, Naruto? It's like, oh, me and our friends are going on a picnic and also discussing a plan to meet our Getting Sensei in the test tomorrow. I was like, oh, as they say, oh, who's your sensei? As he says, Kakashi. As he says, oh, Kakashi Atake. As Konan says, the copy ninja? He's like, yeah. He's our sensei. We're discussing a plan about our team tomorrow. About our plan to beat him tomorrow. So he's like, oh yeah, Naruto. As Nagato comes there, like, oh yeah, Naruto. When you come back over here, I'm training on your how to use your Rinnegan. We're gonna work on the 6 different paths. We'll start off with the Diva path, the one I know how to use best today, okay? As he's like, okay, Nagato. As he puts it all in the picnic basket, as he says, see you guys, I'll be back around 8, be back around like 7 or 8. It's like, okay. As he goes there, he sees Sasuke and Hinata waiting for him. And he says, Sasuke, Hinata. I was like, oh, hey Naruto. So yeah, after that, after they get done with that, as they start to eat, they both say, wow, this is really good, Naruto. You made this yourself? I was like, yeah. And Sasuke says, this is just as good as my mother's cooking. He's like, well, oh, thanks. He's like, okay, so you guys thought of any plans so far? As they say no. He's like, well, I've already came up with a plan. Ah, shit, hang on. My bad about that. I was back to say clicked site icon for it. As I was saying, he says, okay, so Sasuke, we'll rush in there head on, and we'll use a fire style. Oh no, I'll use a water style water ball. And you use a fire style fireball. So actually the Chia style great fireball, and I'll use a great water bullet. And he's like, okay. And he says, Hinata, so Jiriaki can see through mist. I can see through anything. And he can see up to 10 kilometers. Over 5 kilometers. Use it to hit Kakashi while he can't see us. While he can't see you. Once he's immobilized, I'll grab the bells and throw one to each of you. And he's like, that's a perfect idea. We're using our abilities to the fullest. And he's like, yeah. As after that, they wait till next day. They all rush out of their homes saying, see ya, we're going to our test. And Naruto, Konan, and Yahiko say bye. And they also says, wait, Naruto. He's like, yeah. We might not be back for a week or two. I was like, wait, why? He says, because we have to go on a mission. As he's like, yeah. I might have to accidentally do. I might have to do Yahiko dirty real quick. As they're like, okay. As after that, when they leave for their mission, let's cut off to their perspective real quick. As they leave, after they leave for their mission, which is a double S rank, they have to they have to defeat 50 100 S rank bandits, which they managed to do. But sadly, Yahiko, whilst protecting both of them, he says, he takes a shortcut to the he gets two shortcuts peeled into to his calf and to his shin and his thigh, and he gets impaled in the lower back. In his lower back and in his rib cage, with the blade almost going through his ribs. It was close to actually penetrating his ribs. One of his ribs, and it getting hit on the head it getting hit on the head multiple times. During this, Nagato got enraged, as then he mercilessly slaughtered all the rest of them. As he says, "Ghetto statue." As he says, "Summoning ghetto statue." As he made the ghetto statue eat all of them, eat the rest of them. As they quickly rush Yahiko back. Yahiko is barely alive. He's gonna be in a coma for up until Shippuden. Up until Shippuden starts. So after this, during this week, and during this time, Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata have beat Kakashi, and they passed their test, and they also got to they're about to start off on the land of waves. Okay, I'm stop this around at least 30 to 35 minutes, hopefully 40 minutes at least. So after that, when they go and do this, and when they go back home, they realize Naruto isn't there. As they ask the heroes and where they went, as he's like, they're escorting a man they're escorting the bridge builders, the thousand of the bridge builder to the land of waves. And he's like, "Why do you need him?" Well, Yahiko got put in the hospital. He's almost on the verge of death because he almost gave his life just to save us. As feels it just feels bad for him. Like, okay, as he gives them double their pay just because of it. It's like, why'd you give us double? But it's because if an ninja should do that, it should be repaid dearly. If Yahiko dies in this, I will pay everything for the funeral. As sorry about that. That was just my school calling for some reason. Said, oh yeah, as I was saying, they start to tear up as they say thank you. They say thank you, Lord Third. As it says, please call me Lord Heroism. And he's like, oh yeah, I want something to I want to tell you two something. He's like, what is it? I was gonna do it with you guys in Yahiko too. Says, I'm officially ranking you guys, promoting you guys to Ambu Black Ops. It's like, really? As they say, thank you, Lord Heroism. As he gives them all their Ambu gear, as he also gives them a spare for Yahiko. For two. And if you're wondering why Nagato can't use the Naraka path, for to help Yahiko is because his injuries were so bad. It's so deep wounded. He can't the King of Hell would basically be would only be able to heal at least part of it, only 25% of it. And you guys are wondering, it can heal full limbs. And that's true, but that takes quite a few minutes to do. And these are super deep wounds. These wounds should have been able to easily kill Yahiko instead of putting him into a near death state. He just got lucky because he still has some chakra left. Yeah, his chakra is basically the only thing that's keeping him on life right now, basically. As we cut to Naruto and the Land of Waves arc, as they're walking, he senses the chakra in the puddle. And he's like, guys, watch out. 2 chakra signatures in that puddle. As he pulls out a sword, as the demon brothers come out, and Naruto and Sasuke quickly deal with them by Naruto using the human path and ripping out his soul. Since after that, the first thing Naruto trained him on was the human pass. That's basically the easiest one to use. Which you only basically rip out a person's soul. So yeah, he just rips out one of the demon brothers' soul, get the information out of it. As Kakashi says, Naruto, why did you kill him? We could use them for information. He's like, I took his soul. I know everything. I know everything we need to know. Why did you tell us this is supposed to be A rank? Tazuna. As he says, well, because I can't pay enough for an A rank mission. He's like, it's understandable. Let's just go. Most likely sent Sabuza Mamuchi after us. Just in case if they failed. Who did? A man named Gato. He's taken over the Land of Waves. He's trying to stop Tazuna from rebuilding the bridge, so he could send supplies or anything. So the Land of Waves could gain supplies. As they're just surprised, as they're just shocked, as the mist comes out, as like exactly as I predicted. As he puts chakra like the chakra on his sword, as it says duck, but Naruto doesn't. Instead, he slices off part of the blade to save himself. But don't forget, don't forget about the executioner's blade. As Zabuza comes up and grabs his sword, it's like, damn it, kid, you broke my sword. You broke part of my sword. And he's like, whatever. As he rushes at Naruto and goes to and attacks him with his sword. As after that, they start to become they start getting into a sword fight, which Zabuza is clearly losing. As then Naruto says, universal pull. As that he says, Earth Stock, Great Earth Pillar. As that he did something that shocked everyone. As he claps his hands together, he says, Wood Style, Wood Capture. Wondering, yes, I'm giving him Wood Style too. Wood Style is basically just a mixture of earth and wood style. So yeah, that shouldn't be hard to realize this. So he learned how to do a few techniques of Hashirama. The only thing that he can't use is just the wood style sage mode. So yeah, after that, they he's like, why did Gato send you guys? Yeah. And he's like, why do you want to kill the bridge builder? Well, you know Gato is just gonna deceive you. He's not gonna pay you or your Cessna or your assailant. You come out now. As Haku comes out, and you know what? This is gonna be a Naruto X Hinata X Haku ship. I'm making Haku a female because I don't give two flying fucks. So yeah, after that, they go and get that done. As Zabuza says, sorry Tazuna. If I would have known this, I wouldn't have taken up the job. As it's like it's okay. Gato's one fucked up man. As all like agreed. As after that, they go ahead and get to Tazuna's home. As they all rest there for a while. As then the next day, when Gato's bandits break in, Naruto and Zabuza just quickly deal with those dudes. Zabuza just slices him in half, slices one in half, and Naruto just swiftly chops his head off. I forgot to say at the beginning. This contains blood, gore, and spoilers. Blood, gore, and spoilers. So yeah. Oh yeah. Tell me in the comments. Do you want me to do what if Naruto had a karma seal? No, had a karma seal, or was that a legit reincarnation of Momoshiki? Not with no karma seal, but no, actually was the legit reincarnation of Momoshiki from Boruto and neglected, or what if Naruto had a Jogun? You guys tell me in the comments, and I will gladly do that one next. So yeah, after they do that, after they get done with that, they build the bridge, kill Gato, and stuff like that. As then when they get home, they see Nagato and Yahiko and Konan at the gates, and they just run up and hug Naruto. As they're like, as they're like, Naruto, we have some bad news to tell you. And they're like, what is it? And he says, where's Dad? I was like, that's the thing. Yahiko, he's in a coma from our mission. He almost gave his life to save us. And Naruto is just enraged and upset. As he says, damn it. As he starts saying, damn it, it starts screaming. So eventually something unexpected happens. When he says damn it one last time, a thunderstorm starts to appear. And also, iron sand starts going off of as a symbol appears on Izuku's head. It's the kanji for it. It's basically Guard has that mark on his head for love. Naruto has a mark on his head for rage and hatred. So yeah, as a black thunderstorm starts happening, and not only that, but as I said, the Iron Sand starts to form around Izuku. It forges a dark silver mark on his head. Anyways, that's what I'm leaving it off, guys. See ya.